What's up, everybody? It's Eled Rider here, and today we're gonna be unboxing the Walt Disney World Monorail playset. As you can see in the background, I also have my Christmas tree. I literally just spent like an hour and a half setting everything up, the lights, the big star at the top, and all the ornaments, of course. And in order to top it off, we have to have the Disney Monorail. And a fun story. I used to have a Disney Monorail. I used to have the old one. The previous gen, not even the previous generation, but the one before the 50th. I had that one. And then I just remember I lost, like, you know, the gray pieces that go in the middle, like this stuff right here. Well, in here it's black. But on the other one it was gray. It was I'm just gonna be honest. One thing that kind of bothers me about this monorail is the design. It's not like the traditional monorail design. It has like all these characters, but it's the only thing I could find at a reasonable price. Because the monorail that I want, it's super overpriced. If you go on eBay, it literally costs like $150. Whereas we got this one for $50 off of the official Disney website. So that's why we got this one instead. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna open it up, and then we're gonna set it up and get it running around the Christmas tree. So let's do it. All right, so we got the monorail taken out. This thing is beautiful. I also noticed that the doors are kind of weird. So because on the one I used to have, you could take the doors apart, and it looks like the ones for the pilot you can't close them or open them. But the monorail, the playset that I had, you could open and close the doors, and you could there's also I remember there used to be windows on the top, but this one doesn't have it. But that's pretty interesting, and it also had characters. And then yeah, but I think this one also has a few new themes. So it looks like it has this. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to use two hands so I'll be right back. All right, so I just got everything unboxed. So I'm guessing this right here is the remote for the monorail. Something that wasn't in the previous set, the set that's in this one, is the platform. So this is super cool in my opinion, because you have the monorail that stops here, picks up guests. You have the stairs. You have the sign that says monorail. I wish that it would say something like Magic Kingdom. Then you have the lights, and then this stuff. And then we have the instructions right here. So yeah, this one is definitely a lot more complicated than the previous model, because with the previous model it was just the tracks and the monorail and like a few characters. But this one is definitely a lot more complicated. I'm excited to get it running around the Christmas tree. That's gonna be pretty fun. So hopefully I can do this. All right, so this is actually pretty easy to set up. Yeah. So now we're just gonna put the gates like right here. Yeah, I think they meant. Oh yeah, I think they meant like in here. Yeah, right there. There you go. All right, I need to use two hands for this. Bada bing, bada boom. And surprisingly, there's only 6 steps in here for the platform, which is pretty nice, because after the platform you can just set up the tracks, which is pretty easy. So now we just gotta get the monorail sign. So that's gonna go right here, and that's what these holes are for right here. Okay, sick. Guess you can just put it in like that. Sick. That was pretty easy. And then it says, okay, then we have a lot of other stuff to add as well. So we have the light, which is right here, and that's gonna go somewhere. I don't know. Okay, maybe like in one of these tiny holes, if I were to guess. Right there? I don't know. I want to make sure that I'm putting it in the right spot. I genuinely do not know. Now, this is supposed to be on the other side, I think. Nah, I think it might be this one, because that's why it fits so perfectly. Okay. Then you have a little bench. Yep, we got the benches right here. Next bench. Come on. There we go. And then we got the lights to add. Lights right here. I guess we can just put it right here, probably. Right? Maybe I want it facing this way. I don't know. All right, that looks pretty good to me. And then that's it. And now the last thing we have to do is just start setting up the monorail tracks. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting them set up around the Christmas tree. All right, guys, I now have the monorail track around the Christmas tree. So all that's left to do is to put the monorail onto the tracks. So yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of all this stuff right here. So to get this thing around the whole Christmas tree, if you guys remember, there was 4 stands holding this thing up at the beginning. Yeah, I guess this Christmas tree is pretty big, so I have to take 2 of them off to extend the tracks. All right, guys, we have the monorail on the track now, and it is time to power this thing on. Oh. That scared the hell out of me. That is cool though. Let's see, does it have the flashlight on the back? It doesn't. Okay. Uh-oh. It just stopped. Keep going, keep going. There we go. And I think I can just press this. Yep, to make it stop. That is so cool. That's so cool. Alright, let's see. Is it gonna stop here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's supposed to stop. It was definitely supposed to stop right there. Hold on. I think it's gonna stop this time. No, it keeps stopping over there. I think that that this track or that track is supposed to be over here or something, but I have no idea. Let's see. Let's see if it stops this time. Come on. It stopped for a second. Yeah, for a split second. Okay. And then we're gonna press that, and then. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance. Now watch this. Alright, so this side has doors. We are currently holding for further traffic clearance. So watch this. I think with this button. If you are standing, please hold onto the handrails and stay clear of the doors. They will be closing in a moment. Yeah, hold on. Thank you. Yeah, right there. It just opens like that. So that is so cool though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get that fixed because I'm pretty sure I have no idea why, but because I don't know why it keeps stopping on that specific rail. Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to stop here. See right here. This is where it's supposed to stop. I had to manually stop it. I pressed the button, but and then of course. And then it should opens up the doors like that. And that's what the inside looks like, if you're wondering. Pretty cool. But yeah, I like this thing. This is pretty nice. It is pretty loud. Let's see. And then this one. Goodbye, monorail. This is so cool, bro. I could watch this all day. And look, it didn't stop there that time. It's still. Anyways, I'll go ahead and stop the monorail. It stopped over there. Okay, but yeah, I think that's its default spot for stopping. But that's pretty much my little unboxing and review of the monorail. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching.